Good evening, everyone. We will now begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for blessings and protection received while participating in the construction of paradise on earth. Amatsu no Rito and Miroku prayer, please stand. 高天原にかむずまります。かむらぎかむらみのみこともちで、そめみおやかむいさなぎのみこと、つくしのぎむかのたちはなの、おどのあわぎはらにみそぎ洗いたもうときになりませる。洗いどの神たちもろもろのまがごと罪けがれを洗いたまえ清めたまえとまをすことのよしをあつかみくにつかみやおよろずの神たちともに雨の淵駒の耳振り立ててひこしめせとかしこみむまおす弥勒おみかみ守りたまえ先はえたまえ弥勒おみ Mikami Mamori Tamae Sakihae Tamae Oshie Miyoya Nushi no Kami Mamori Tamae Sakihae Tamae Oshie Miyoya Nushi no Kami Mamori Tamae Sakihae Tamae Om Nagara Tamachi Haemase Kam Nagara Tamachi Haemase Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving your ray. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Jorei.
Obrigado, Meishu-sama. Boa noite.
Jorei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. So polishing, it appears that God allows the dark forces to oppose us, much like the polishing stones of our souls, so that we may be strengthened and purified. Polish your soul, purify your mind and heart, in order to do your best to serve in God's plan to save the world. As a servant of God, purify the hearts and minds of others and cleanse the world of all its impurities. If things don't seem to turn out for the best, it means you still have a substantial amount of clouds. The essence of our spiritual practice is to remove these clouds joyously instead of removing them laboriously through suffering and difficult training. This can be done by helping and serving others. If you do so, their gratitude comes to you constantly in the form of light, and your soul is purified. Either process, helping, serving, and giving joy to others, or asceticism and rigorous training, will produce the same result, the purification of your soul. In order to be able to help others, you have to read and understand our teachings. Through our teachings, you gain
a deeper understanding of spiritual truth. And thus, your soul will also be cleansed and purified. As your understanding becomes deeper, your joy becomes stronger. In this way, while helping and giving joy to others, you can raise your own spiritual level as well.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this evening service of the Miroka Association headquarters. This evening, I would like to share two faith experiences. One is from Josiane Alves. She's from Mauá, which is in São Paulo, Brazil. Josiane Alves has been involved with the Joy movement since childhood, as she was blessed to be part of a family of pioneer members of our church. In December 2015, she gave birth to her son Lorenzo, who is now 5 years old. At around 8 months of age, in addition to breast milk, she started the introduction of food with fruit chips, juices, soups, eggs, and whipped food, always prioritizing foods from nature farming or organic sources. And her son ate a little of everything. However, in early 2019, he simply stopped eating the other foods and accept only breast milk. She was concerned because she knew he needed other nutrients and solid food, even to strengthen his digestive system and teeth. Over time, he began to have recurrent colds, mouth ulcers, and to lose weight. She tried to encourage him by showing the fruits of the altar's offerings and services. He was delighted, but did not eat them. With the onset of social isolation due to the pandemic, Josiane and her husband began to carry out our practices of faith at home more frequently. They intensified the channeling of Jorei, reading of Meishu-sama's teachings, and prayers at their home altar. She attended our morning and evening online services and called her son to join her so that he would receive light and regain pleasure for foods. After approximately 15 days of intensifying our practice of faith and attending daily services as usual, she prepared her son's meal, asking God and Meishu-sama that he would accept it. To her surprise and happiness, he ate all the food with meat and vegetables. Since then, he returned to eating normally. He stopped breastfeeding and gradually expands the amount and variety of foods he consumes. He no longer had the mouth ulcers and colds and regained his weight. They continue to carry out our practices of faith at home, and she is gradually returning to the dedications at the Jorei Center. Josiane is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama for her son's life and health, as well as for permission to know his teachings and Jorei, which have always brought her spiritual strength and serenity to overcome any purification. It was a very nice experience of Josiane and her son, with the help of her husband, who is also a member. Another experience I would like to share is from Sandra Maria Veiga. She's from Lisbon, Jorei Center, Portugal. Sandra Maria Veiga got to know our church through a friend. At the time, she was having marital problems with her partner, who drank a lot, causing a lot of conflicts between them. She had already spent some money to solve these problems, but to no avail. The situation was fine for a few days, but then it got worse. As she was suffering, she asked her friend to go to the Jorei Center. Until she was able to get there, there were many obstacles. Even so, she didn't give up and arrived at the church close to the closing time. Nonetheless, she received her first jorei and was guided to return the next day to talk to the person in charge. In the meeting with the minister, she opened her heart, even reporting about a miscarriage that she had had before her eldest daughter's birth. The minister then guided her to give service and elevate her thoughts to this child of hers, expressing gratitude to him or her for their existence. She began practicing according to the guidance received and had the opportunity to speak with the Ikebana Sangetsu instructor, who also reinforced the importance of dedicating, thanking God for the existence of this child, and to materialize her gratitude. She understood that the origin of this conflict with her partner could be the manifestation of this child, manifesting some revolt and suffering. In addition to dedicating cleaning the Jorei Center's restrooms and making donations, she engaged in reading the teachings of God revealed to Meishu-sama. She did all these basic practices of faith always with great determination and no self-interest. After a few months, she experienced a pain in her stomach. Her daughter even commented that she had gained a lot of weight, and Sandra thought, "What's my problem?" Based on that, she took some tests, but nothing serious was found. And the doctors even considered the possibility of pregnancy. So she thought, pregnancy? How come? It's impossible. 10 years ago, she had cancer in the uterus, for which she underwent several treatments, surgeries, and it was found that she would not have any conditions to have more children. After that, she even took fertility medications, but to no avail. In the meantime, she took a pregnancy test, and to her surprise, the result was positive. She couldn't believe it. Sandra immediately made an appointment with her doctor, who congratulated her, but also asked, "How did you get pregnant since you couldn't have children according to the medical science?" Her husband couldn't believe it either, and it wasn't until she had an ultrasound that he really came to his senses. Her friend, the one who had guided her, told Sandra right away, "This child is Meishu-sama's baby." It has been a difficult and risky pregnancy, but thanks to God and Meishu-sama, everything is under control. Moreover, her husband is acting very calm, and conflicts no longer exist between them. He has stopped drinking, and he no longer sleeps outside their home. To express her gratitude for all these blessings received, she made the decision to start channeling Jorei so that she could help others. Thus, she received the sacred focal point of Hikari and has already been talking about our church and the miracles of Jorei to several people. She has materialized through donations her gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for blessings received and the apparently negative situations that happen in our lives. Sandra learned from this experience the importance of reporting and surrendering our problems to God and Meishu-sama and asking for guidance in order to solve them. She wants to commit herself ever more, putting as a priority the expansion of the divine work in the region of Lourdes, where she currently lives. Sandra is very thankful to God, Meishu-sama, her ancestors, and her minister for the guidance and support received. Very nice experience from Sandra from Portugal. Thank you very much for listening to these two very nice experiences. I wish you a blessed evening and a blessed rest of the weekend. Thank you very much.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a blessed evening.